So I'm making all of these on the same day, so if all of these videos I look the same, that's the reason why I'm making them all on the same night. I have been getting into these top 10 favorite movies videos, and I'm in the middle of my top Disney movies, and this is going to be my top 10 favorite Disney Channel original movies from my childhood. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Number 10 on my list is going to be Read It and Weep. I don't know what it was about this movie, I just really liked it. Not much else to say, I just really liked the movie when I was younger, so yeah. Okay, number 9 on my list is going to be The Cheetah Girls. I used to be a big fan of Raven-Symoné and like the group TLC or whatever whenever I was younger, and whenever I found out that they were going to be in the Cheetah Girls movie on Disney Channel, I flipped. I think it came out when I was like in 2nd or 3rd grade. It's more of like a girl independent, like don't need no man type of movie to me. Because it's just like girls depending on their friends, and like even though they got into fights and like little things like that, like, in the end it was always whenever they stuck together. But yeah, I just loved the whole girl power of this movie, and I myself also like cheetah print, so. Number 8 on my list was My Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire. When I was a little kid, I thought that this was one of the most freakiest movies in the whole wide world. And I just thought it was so cool. Like, I could never understand how they would make him disappear every time he looked into a mirror. Like, his reflection wasn't there. I always wondered, like, how they did that when I was younger. And now I know. But, like, when I was younger, I used to think about how they did that. And it always fascinated me. And I loved vampires myself, and I can definitely see myself a lot in this kid, because if you watch the movie back, I think that he was into a lot of horror movies, and I am into that stuff myself. And I just think that all of the Halloween, like, Disney Channel original movies were the best. Like, not one of them was really bad. Number 7 on my list is going to be Wish Upon a Star. This one's really, really old, I think. This one had Katherine Heigl in it when she was, like, super young. And it also had that one chick that's in the Halloween movies. I love everything about the movie. I always thought it was really cool. It's kind of similar to, like, Freaky Friday, or, like, one of those types of movies where they kind of switch roles overnight, and then they're in each other's bodies, and then they have to live each other's lives or whatever, but in the end they end up getting their bodies back. And it's a really good movie. I really enjoyed it. Okay, so number 6 on my list is going to be Camp Rock, of course. This movie is kind of similar to High School Musical, but not really. It's a really good movie. I really enjoyed it, and I had the biggest crush on the Jonas Brothers when I was little, and I still do. So, yeah, Camp Rock has got to be somewhere in my favorite Disney Channel originals, because I also like Demi Lovato, so. Okay, number 5 on my list is going to be the movie Life Size. If you don't know what this movie is about, it's about this girl, Lindsay Lohan, who gets a Barbie for her birthday. She thinks that she's too old for Barbies, this and that. I think that she's into, like, this whole, like, magic thing. I don't remember exactly because it's been a while since I've seen the movie. But something happens and her Barbie doll ends up coming to life. And the Barbie doll is played by Tyra Banks, and I love her. Like, I've always been a big fan of Tyra Banks. I used to watch her show, like, all the time. Like, every day when it would come on. And I enjoyed this movie so much whenever I was little. I don't even know. I always wished that my Barbies would come to life. And that would really happen, because I thought that it would be really cool. We're getting down to my top 4 of my top 10 favorite Disney Channel original movies. So number 4 on my list is going to be Xenon. Now, Xenon is about this girl. I think she gets into an argument with her dad or something, and he ships her off to, like, she ends up going to have to live off in space. And it's a really good movie. Whenever I was younger, I used to be obsessed. I loved them. I watched them over and over again. When I was a little kid, I thought that it looked really cool to live up in outer space. So it was kind of basically like she was an alien. Top 3 is going to be Don't Look Under the Bed. Now this was one of the, I think it was more of like a Halloween-y type Disney Channel movie. And like I said before, I think that all of their Halloween movies were the absolute best. And when I was a child, this movie traumatized me for life. Like, it really scared the living daylights out of me. Like, that was one of the things that led to my phobia of things grabbing my feet and pulling me underneath the bed, because in that movie, I think her little brother or something is dangling his feet off the side of the bed, and then the boogeyman grabs his foot and pulls him under there into a dark, like, under the bed dimension, whatever you want to call it. But it was a really cool movie, and it definitely sparked my fear. So number 2 on my list is definitely gonna be Halloween Town. Of course, because as you guys know, I'm obsessed with Halloween and scary and horror related things, and when I was a little kid, that was kind of like my whole like horror related like type of movie back then, even though my parents would let me watch horror movies when I was a child. So that's probably the reason why I turned out being like I am. I just thought the Halloween Town looked really cool, and I always wanted to go there when I was a kid. And I think that I would probably be Marnie, because she's obsessed with Halloween, she's obsessed with weird things. Who does not like Halloween Town? If you were a 90s kid, like now, like I always have to watch that movie every Halloween. Like, it's like a tradition for me. So number 1 on my list is going to be the movie Pixel Perfect. Basically, this movie is about this guy. His best friend is in a band, and they need a new, like, lead singer or whatever. And so he creates this hologram of this girl, and he ends up falling for her and this and that, and his best friend actually had the biggest crush on him. And it's just another good movie that teaches you, like, it has, like, a good lesson behind it. That, like, you don't have to be perfect to be beautiful. Like, you're beautiful in your own way. And I thought Ricky Ullman was very cute. I had a big crush on him when I was little. And I watched this movie every time I seen it come on, and I was just obsessed with it. So, yeah, Pixel Perfect was definitely number 1. I think that that's a movie that most people probably don't remember from back in the day, but that was definitely one of my favorites. So yeah, those were my top 10 Disney Channel original favorite movies. There are definitely more, but those were like the top 10 that I can remember like watching a lot of when I was younger. So yeah, please leave me a comment and let me know what your favorite Disney Channel original movie was. I don't watch Disney Channel now, so I don't know about any of the newer ones. But if you like any of the newer ones, that's cool too. You can still leave a comment if you want to. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and there will be more top favorite movies videos in the future. So be on the lookout for those.